No, just happy to be, at this point in the season 4-0. Just trying to work every day to get better and head into a really tough tournament. So just really trying to focus on the prep for these next 3 games.
You said before the year that one of your goals is to have 4 players in double figure scoring majority of the time. 3 out of 4 games now you've done it. Particularly today, today kind of started off with the Faith and Michaela show. I think they had like the first 10 points. Then after that, there was a lot more balance. Are you happy with the way that's been kind of playing out to this point?
Yeah, I just think we're just a much better team, and I think we're better balanced. I think we're harder to scout. I think it takes a little bit more prep time when you when you have multiple people averaging double figures. So just really pleased of the balance of our scoring lately.
For both of you, how much was that kind of emphasized, you guys to give support? Obviously, everybody knows about Faith and Michaela, and they're kind of the centerpiece of your offense, but the fact that you guys can provide, and you scored 20 back-to-back games now. How important do you think that is for this team's success, and how have you liked the way it's gone so far?
Well, I think it's really important. I mean, we've got 5 guards that can all score in different ways. We're all very skilled, and I think we're almost interchangeable at some degree. So I think it's really important that we all score and balance that scoring because, like Coach said, it's very hard to guard and scout when there's 5 guards that can score.
Oh, just like Aliyah said, having 4 or 5 people out on the court that can go off on any given night is really good for us. It makes us hard to scout. And also with the guards that we have, it also helps space the floor. So, it's just a wonderful thing to have the amount of weapons that we have.
Aliyah, or I guess I'll ask you first, but Faith kind of took that step her freshman to sophomore year where she had her shooting woes her freshman year, and then came out and had kind of a breakout sophomore year. Was the off season for Aliyah kind of you want to follow that pattern, and to this point she seemed to be doing pretty well?
Yeah, she's okay. Yeah, I think it's, and everybody hates this word, but there is a process to everything that happens. And different teams just operate different ways based off of youth and maturity and older kids, and I was really happy Aliyah got time last year, and I think she was able to kind of work through some things, really see the college game, the pace, all that, and then in the off season really got in the gym, and I think the payoff is that she's comfortable. You saw it in the Auburn game. It was a breakout game. She hit a couple of shots. You see her in practice. She shoots all the time. She makes shots. And it's just finding that rhythm. And once you make a couple, and you kind of just get to take a deep breath, you're like, okay, I'm the player I knew I could be. And that's what you're seeing. And you just see it all over body language, just very confident right now. And I think she's just really doing a great job. And she's doing a good job just finding different ways to score for us. I think she's even the rebounding piece to me, she's getting some offensive rebounds for us. She had 7 tonight. I think she's really put that in the game. So what I appreciate is that every day you get the same Aliyah. So she walks in the gym, she had a bad game, you're going to get the same Aliyah the next day. She has a good game, you walk in the gym, she's coachable, and that's one of the reasons why I think she's seeing success. She was patient, and she's really worked hard to get to where she's at.
What was when you look back on last year, was it just kind of a confidence thing? You weren't hesitant to shoot, but they didn't always fall in, and it kind of maybe messed up your rhythm. Is that just seeing them fall in now? Is it just helped with confidence and while you're playing well?
Yeah, I think the difference is reps. In the off season, I got a lot of reps in with coaches, even by myself. Before last year, I was still getting used to the whole college dynamic with school, and obviously I'm at the University of Virginia. It's not an easy school, so I think I'm just used to my situation right now. I've gotten in the full swing of things, and I think finally comfortable.
Joanne, you also talked about the way this team looked defensively. Beginning of the year, you thought had the length, to really disrupt passing lanes. It's kind of like your first year here. You're leading the ACC. It's small sample size, but you're leading the ACC in steals to this point. You had some more today, and it's leading the easy buckets. How have you kind of liked your defensive approach to this point?
It's okay. We could be better. I think we have our lulls at times, but I think the more aggressive we are, the better we are. So sometimes we maybe as coaches over-prepare and, maybe overthink things. But I just think just our mentality is the more aggressive we get to be, then I feel like we make less mistakes, and it helps our offense. Obviously, we turn them over. We get some easy baskets. So it's been good, but we need to stay. It's a work in progress, and I'd love to have all 8 of us on the same page, for 40 minutes, and that'll come in time. We'll just they're bought into the defensive end of the floor. We just got to bring it for 40 minutes every night.
Bree, could you take us through that play where I think Sid threw ahead to you, you caught it in traffic, had to go behind your back, and then kind of an up and under and all that deal to navigate all that traffic?
I don't know. Like Sid got her hand on the ball. She got a steal, and she was kind of dribbling it, but I don't know if she was exactly like comfortable taking it coast to coast. So she kind of threw it to me, and I saw the girl cheated the play. So it was just like an instinctive move to throw it behind my back, and then the girl tried to stop me, and then I just laid it up. I mean, it's just like a natural thing. It's nothing like special or anything like that.
She does it in practice all the time.
Yeah.
She really does.
You look pretty comfortable doing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something that I practice and something that just comes naturally. It just flows within the game.
You talked about the length on defense. Yeah. How do you think the length helps you on the offensive end? Do you drive easier or anything like that?
Yeah, I just think like Aliyah, 2 steps to the basket and she's there. Bree's more of a power guard. Aliyah's more of a longer Monet, 2 steps into the basket. So I think our length, we're just quicker to the basket and we're just longer to the basket. We can extend better. I think we can finish better because we're above, people a little bit more. I would say those are the 2 things I've noticed.
Do you think it can help you rebounding wise too?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Flying in.
Yeah, I'm happy with our rebounding tonight because we decided this year, we were pretty small last year, so we put a lot of people off the glass. And with our length this year, we said we're going to try and up our baskets or shot attempts. And one of the ways was to send more people to the glass. And so I feel like we're probably plus 10 on shot attempts, and a lot of that is just getting second chance points.
In a game like this, I'm sure you want to see, you can kind of experiment different things, but you have such a big halftime lead, is it good to see the way you guys came out in the third quarter, and not that the game was ever in doubt, but the way that you just kind of kept the foot on the gas there? Yeah,
we just challenged them at halftime because, to be honest, even though we were up 20, I wasn't happy with how we were playing. I thought we were very passive defensively, and so I felt like we really came out in the third quarter and really kind of locked down, got a little bit more aggressive, and I felt that was more of who we were in that third and fourth quarter.
Kind of like Aliyah and what steps she needed to take. Bree's kind of been pretty quiet contributor, but has really contributed the first 2 years. Can this be a breakout even more than how she's been to this point of her career, and what things that she need to improve?
Bree sleeps with the word keep attacking in her head because that's all Coach Corey and I tell her is keep attacking, stay aggressive. So it's a repetitive thing that's going on in her head. So, and she's unstoppable. And again, because she's a stronger guard, it's just so hard to knock her off the ball, Her comfort zone is her mid-range and her comfort zone is attacking the basket. And when she does those 2 things, we're a better team.
Looking ahead, are you, pretty good start to this point, obviously 4-0, 2 wins on the road.
Yeah.
Are you excited to see how you guys performed 3 games in 3 days, neutral floor against 3 pretty quality teams?
Yeah, 3 really quality teams, very different teams, all 3 very different. I'm really happy, probably first and foremost, is how we've played on the road. Because that's been, we've definitely improved from last year, our consistency and, putting a team away and being able to be in a hostile environment. So, we're going down there and it's going to be a fun trip, but it's also very much a business trip. And so obviously our goal is to come out of there 3-0. We're going to need everybody to be able to do that. And the more aggressive and the more we really sit down and defend and rebound, the better off we'll be.
Bree, you guys, such similar type of tournament last year, lost to Toledo. And when you look back at the end of the year, that's probably one you want to have back. How important is this trip for you guys? I know it's early on, but these is the type of trips that RPIs and everything that factors in later on, it becomes a big factor.
Yes, this is a good test. I mean, since I've been here, we haven't won a Thanksgiving tournament, so trying to do that will be great. And it also will just show like kind of our endurance and also our ability to bounce back from games, because so far we've kind of had like one good team, a little like less good of a team, and so these will be 3 quality teams back to back, which will be what we see later on during conference play. And when if we make it to the NCAA tournament, that's what we'll see as well. So just being disciplined and being on point with all the things that we need to do will be really important.
Last thing, Joan, have you been pleased with the pace you guys are playing? I know you wanted to push the ball.
Yeah.
Auburn against that press, that kind of it suited you guys pretty well. The way we rigged it up down the floor like that to this point. And when you go into a 3-game and 3-day stretch like that, are you able to play as fast?
As long as we're scoring. I mean, we can, we went through that lull, I think it was in the second half, where we subbed and, we were trying to push tempo, but we couldn't make a basket. Well, that just put so much more pressure on the defensive end of the floor because it's just easy transition for people. So, again, we will run as much as we can based off of if we can score the basketball or not, because I don't want to get in a track meet and just be running up and down the floor with no purpose. So, but yes, it's been an emphasis of ours, and I think we're, like I've told you before, we're in much better shape to be able to do that. And so we just got to find those points in the game where we're just sloppy and just settle down. We might need to run a little bit more execution based off of in those scenarios, but I don't want to give up on our transition because we've been doing a really good job attacking the basket.
Do you guys feel like you're as conditioned as you've been at the beginning of the years in years past?
I mean, obviously, I only had last
Right.
year as a baseline, but I think we really did a lot of focus on running in the off season, and I can speak for myself, and I think that I'm in a much better position cardiovascular wise than I was last year.